Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Saturday Brunch with your host, with the most, and he's always going to brag about having the best French toast. That is your boy, Miracle OP, yes, indeed. And today in the house, joining us for some great conversation. We're going to carry on the conversation we're having off camera because they're pissing me off. And I said, God, today, help me what I say. I don't want to swear. Because our family on Spotify is watching. Make sure y'all follow up that Spotify account. We've updated all the episodes on there, so make sure y'all follow the Spotify account. And also Apple Podcasts. Make sure you send us a like, leave a comment down, give us a good review. We always love those 5-star reviews. But if you think it's 4-star, okay. If you think it's 3-star, okay. If you think it's 2-star, tell us why. But I think it's 4-star, at least 4-star. I don't want to brag and say it's 5-star, but 4-star. And also Spotify as well. Make sure you hit the follow and subscribe. We checked the analytics, and a lot of you that are listeners are not subscribed. So please, guys, please subscribe. If you enjoy the conversation, drop the like button, and also make sure you leave a comment down below. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we have Okeme and we have Oma. Oma is trying to be a regular more on the show. So, y'all going to be hearing her voice. I'm seeing her very shortly on camera, but today you're just going to be hearing her voice. But on camera with me today, we have Okeme. Okeme, what's good with you?
I'm good.
How you feeling?
Good. I feel good.
Okeme, what's that from? I feel like that's like Delta State type.
Nah, why does everybody say Delta?
Yeah, because it sounds like Ikwe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask you if you're Igbo.
Is it Okeme?
I think
names always sound
Okeme.
almost Igbo.
I think
Yeah,
Okeme.
yeah.
I think Okeme is from Delta, but not me. From
Where you from?
guess.
Igbo.
Nah.
You know?
South.
Cross River?
Yeah.
You're Cross Riverian?
Yes.
You're still a river.
Stop it.
Are you from Cross River?
Yeah, I'm Cross
Ooh,
Riverian. Bakassi. My mom was from
Wait,
I'm from
what?
Boki.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way there's a
I mean, I
difference.
guess
I'm Boki.
I guess I'm half Cameroonian, I guess.
Oh, okay, I get
Yeah.
that.
Wait.
Boki.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. That's so nice.
Wait, hold
So
on.
nice.
Bro, let's not act like she just said she's from Bakassi. What the hell? Bro, that sounds so aggressive.
I know, right?
No,
No,
you guys say
because
hello with cutlasses.
I always imagined the women to be very,
Yeah.
heavy.
Do you guys fight a lot from where you're from? Yeah, I feel like you guys do,
Yeah.
bro.
No.
It's like you just roll into town, you just see two people fighting.
Nah.
Stop. No, we're
Bro,
very
like
no,
casual.
actually,
Everybody
very
there is
chill.
actually just chill.
Yeah,
and
very
calm.
chill, very calm.
Of course you're gonna defend it. You guys are like neighbors.
I like that's just facts. That's just
Yeah.
facts.
Wait, did you
Yeah,
guys
calm
do you guys
down.
know each other in secondary school?
Are you
Just try. Just try.
I grew up in Calabar, though.
No, I didn't. I grew up in Ogun State.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's your name in secondary school?
Deeper Life High School.
In Lagos.
Yeah.
Deeper Life. Get the fuck out of here. You went to Deeper Life Secondary School
Yeah.
in Lagos.
Moe.
Get the hell out of here.
Did you?
No, I went to Green Springs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what about you.
Oh my god.
How about you?
People get
Is it your own
traumatized.
reminiscing?
People get traumatized. Like, brace yourself. Akumaku Model High School.
Where?
Oh, I thought you were about to say like this
Lagoon.
federal.
Oh, no.
I thought she was gonna say a
Akumaku.
lagoon or
The-
something. bro.
this record, I
But
know
it
my
was
mom
in a
went to-
rainforest.
I'm like, I
though.
don't every babe that's a feminist give me lagoon vibes.
I mean,
I don't know why, bro. I'm so sorry. Do you have like a daily amount of water you have to drink daily?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
For real?
Like,
what is it?
Water is. Okay,
Do you have
not
all
the
those
only drink.
bottles that
No,
be
no,
like,
what is
No,
it?
no,
you're
no,
there,
no,
almost made it, well done, keep
Oh,
going.
No, actually, no, for real though. I love
Actually,
those
do.
bottles.
I love those
Fuck out of
bottles.
here,
Right,
bro.
I
You
right.
need
I
your
love
bottle to
those
motivate
bottles.
you. Be like, I'm almost there. Be like, I did it, guys.
No,
Oh my
I feel like people diminish the
Benefits.
they
of
are the
water.
benefits of those things. No,
Yeah,
of
okay,
those little things.
Yeah, okay.
I think it does matter because
I
like
think it does.
I mean, like,
Okay,
shit, we're in
Wait, would you say you
Nigeria.
live a healthy lifestyle?
What?
Would you say you live a healthy lifestyle?
Well,
To the best of my ability, I don't know.
Like you eat well, you drink well, take care of yourself.
I drink well. I don't take carbonated drinks.
I'm-
So,
I-
You don't take what?
carbonated drinks.
You fucking 50-year-old.
I actually don't drink a lot of alcohol.
I don't drink fizzy
funny
drinks.
enough. I think in a year I take like 10. I could take like maybe 10 glasses.
10. Okay.
Of what?
Of let me say alcohol, whatever it
You don't
is.
drink alcohol?
I don't drink alcohol like that.
What about you?
I do.
Mm. But these days, I'm more of a Smirnoff Ice type of guy. You know,
I
laid
don't.
back.
No, it
wine.
feels like
I haven't
I've
actually. I haven't
literally-
drank since
if-
last month. I think
Not last month. Did you say last month or 5 months?
last month.
Yeah, that's not a long time. Why did you say that like? Oh, I'm like.
Did you say that's a long time?
That's not a long time. You know how like people are like, I've not drunk in like a year. She's like, I'm not drunk since last month. That's not a lot. Like you not wait for this month to finish. So you be
it's
at least 2
something.
months.
No, it's something.
Actually,
It's something. It's something
no.
because
No.
I drink like almost every month, so it's something for me to
Wow. Okay,
have
take
this
a break.
exact.
Yeah.
Not even just a break, but yeah, I break.
You've drank it. You've drank it.
Like she's really trying to like we're not judging. We're
You
not
drank-
judging.
you drank
that,
wine
not
this
that,
month.
Not that.
You've drank wine this month.
I'm telling
I'll
you.
put money on that shit.
I'm telling you. I'm assuring you.
You've
I
not
haven't.
taken a sip of alcohol this month.
No. Right. No.
Communion.
Why are you closing your eyes? though?
Communion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No.
Mhm.
No. That's not.
That's what.
That's the body of Christ.
No. We use black currants.
Oh, you're going to the Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
Which
I
one?
do.
Harvesters.
No.
Which
Like, I
one?
don't have a
People
church.
use
but-
alcoholic wine for communion.
Yeah, in the Catholic and Anglican
Anglican.
church.
Oh,
Yeah,
Interesting.
you drink wine
Ah.
and bread. Actual
I
wine and
thought they
bread.
gave like those.
The
Flat.
5 Alive drink.
No, like they were.
Yeah, they
they're
put it in the
little-
small cups, but it's wine.
Yeah, they put it in small cups, but like, do you guys
Yeah.
eat living bread?
Yeah, the plastic bread.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Okay.
But
No, they're
before,
like
we all used to
packaged
drink from one
ones,
cup,
yeah.
then COVID happened. Let me tell a story. Bro, there was this girl that was so fine, bro. Like, it was when we just freshly got confirmed, bro. So you know how, like, everyone, if you're an Anglican or Catholic person, like, they pour all the, just in one cup,
One
one
cup,
golden
and
cup,
then-
like, they just
okay.
drink. So I was
Wait,
like,
what do
bro,
what do you call the cups?
Goblets.
Goblets.
I know they
Maybe
they
a
call
goblet.
it this
Yeah.
very fancy name.
I don't know what, maybe a goblet, I don't know. But like, yeah, I was like, there's this fine babe, bro, and she had like the nicest lips. And like on Sunday, she used to put like like you used to be so glossy. And, like,
They've got some popping.
I'm like, bro, I just want to taste this girl's lips, bro.
God
Like,
damn.
dead ass. I was like, I just want to taste her lips. Like the lips were so fine, bro. And like, you know when like you see lips and like, bro, I just want to taste it. bro.
Yeah.
Bro, she had that
Very
effect
valid.
on me. You've never had that effect.
You, bro, no.
Yo,
I'm
bro,
so sorry.
everybody, don't do that. Let's not do that. You guys are not gonna judge me for being attracted to lips. Everybody's attracted to nice plump lips. Bro, she had some sexy ass lips, bro. Bro, like one time she was reading the gospel. Bro, I've never paid attention to the chapters like that in my life. Bro, let me tell you something. Bro, what every psalm she said, bro, I know.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. bro.
Were you listening to her?
I was reading those lips. When they
Okay.
said read my lips, I was reading her lips.
Of course.
The lips said, I want you. So I made it a testament to myself to taste those lips. And communion came along and I was like, this is a great opportunity. I don't know whether it was the Holy Spirit talking to me because I was in the house of the Lord, but I moved with it. I moved with the Spirit, like people say.
Wow.
And I made sure I was right behind her on the line. You know what I'm saying? Line to get receive
A
communion.
very
I was like,
committed man.
Bro,
Very committed.
So
man.
I was on that line. Bro, I was on the line. She was in front of me. We were getting to the front. Then I told her to go. Bro, that's why till today I still have beef with all these church, what they call them, all these church guilds of stewards. Bro, they piss me off. Bro, she went this way, they now guided me this way. I said,
What were you expecting him to
I said,
do?
wait. I'm on this line where I'm meant to go this way. Bro, I was in front of the church saying I'm meant to go here. He said, no, you see here is filled up. I said, oh, wait. He said, no, go here.
This is how we.
They pulled me to one old ass nigga, bro. Like, bro, this.
No, oh my goodness. No, I was actually rooting for a happy
Right,
birthday.
exactly. I was
Bro,
really
there's never
rooting
been
for
a
that.
moment in my life I wanted to receive the body of the Christ and the blood of Christ, bro. I did not want that. Oh my god! But when I got that bread, I was like, God is enough. I'll feel myself in the body. Your blood. I don't want to be selfish. Give me some others, bro. I could taste his breath on the cup. I promise you now, I could taste his breath on the cup.
my
I'm
goodness.
dead ass, bro. I'm dead ass. If you grew up in the church, you've had a pervy moment in church. That's a fact.
What?
Unless you didn't grow up in the church. If you grew up in the church, you've had a pervy moment in the church, for sure. Either crushing on your Sunday school teacher, or crushing on the nun, or crushing on a fellow Sunday school student. Bro, you've had a pervy
Bro,
moment.
what
in
is
church.
your life about?
Oh,
The
don't
nun?
do that.
The nun?
You never crushed on a teacher before.
A teacher, yes.
Exactly.
But not in church. You said
Nah,
church.
So you never had any attractive Sunday school teachers?
No.
Ew, no,
Exactly.
unfortunately.
So that's a personal problem. I've had some hotties. I've had some attractive people in my life. Let me tell you that.
Not had any
Really?
attractive Sunday school teacher. Nah.
Right?
Wow.
Nah, they don't.
So none of the young guys when they teach Sunday school, they were just all ugly.
I wouldn't say ugly.
They're all created by God.
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautifully and
Wonderfully and fearfully made.
Oh,
Real.
please. I feel like that's what ugly people say to make themselves feel better. Not everybody. I feel like ugly people need to compensate in some way. If you're ugly, be a good dresser. Find something about you. Smell good.
Fair.
Yeah, you
Fair.
can't be ugly, be a bad dresser, and smell bad. You have nothing going for yourself. Yeah. If you're good looking, you can get away with some shit.
That's fair. No, true.
Facts.
Yeah, that is really
Facts.
Really
That
true.
is facts. That's facts.
We're having a conversation off camera, and I'm trying to bring it on camera, bro, because
It's just
I'm
trying to
sitting
find a
here
link.
with two strong feminists.
Oh.
And we're talking about Senator Natasha. She's in the news right now for accusing, allegedly.
Allegedly. Please.
Allegedly. Everything I'm saying here is
Everything,
allegedly.
everything.
It's alleged.
But
You just have to be
allegedly
there. You just have to
accused
put it
the president of the Senate, Victor Pabio, of sexual harassment and sexual assault, right?
Mhm.
Harassment.
And it's a crazy story. When I first heard it, I'm like, I wasn't surprised because it's something that men of power have done in the past and have a tendency of doing because of their position in power, thinking that they're above the law. So I wasn't surprised. Then we came in today, started a conversation, and the big man upstairs said something saying, "Oh, she's actually done this before," and allegedly, accused another person of sexual and
harassment.
it didn't go her way that time. Apparently, allegedly, she paid a lot of money because she was sued for defamation. But it brings me onto the topic of now this woman that a lot of women did not know last month, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, is now the face of the women empowerment movement. How? A lot of women don't even know the constituency she represents, who she represents in the Senate. A lot of people don't even know that. They just heard this woman's story and they've made her the face of the women empowerment movement. How do you guys feel about that?
I know, so when we brought this up, I know I brought her up because obviously her news was out there, and she was somebody I could relate to because I've experienced this more times than I can count. So whether or not she's a credible person, I feel if somebody else pops up till they're proven guilty, I'm gonna support them because as far as I'm concerned, that's a reality that's a reality I still face. It's a reality I still face. So
you always believe the woman?
I'm not. By default, I'll always believe the woman.
But isn't that dangerous though?
It is dangerous. That's what I'm saying. I hope that things get to court.
Exactly.
And
there should be serious investigation.
Serious
But
investigation.
But that's my problem with society in today's world. How can you make how can you say the man is guilty until he's proven not guilty? If you have a guilty perspective of the man, even when he's not proven guilty, a part of you will still feel that he's guilty. You just feel like he got away with it.
This is
Sorry to cut you
happens.
short. The Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I was on Johnny Depp's side.
I mean, that was the only win men have had for the past 30-something years.
Stop.
Facts. That's the only win men
Look
have
at
had.
look at the Blake Lively and the
Please,
Justin. But I think a lot of people.
Even the Harvey Weinstein case now, there's still holes in it. Even the Harvey Weinstein case that started the Me Too movement. Harvey Weinstein was only sent to prison on two women's accounts. Like, people think that he was sent to prison for all those women that came out. No. He wasn't like that American gymnast that was assaulting the whole Olympic team. This man was only sent to jail for two women's accounts. And initially, these women said that it was consensual.
So why did he go to jail?
Because it was politically motivated. the sense of men being found guilty until they're proven innocent.
But I believe that this notion it just stems from past occurrences. Maybe the way men have behaved, or it's just like maybe they've taken the word of men over the woman's rather, as as time has gone. So I think it's just because people, let me say, the judges or the people that are responsible for giving out judgments always listen, always take the sides of men, or they believe that the men are always correct. There isn't, really strong evidence for the women to actually say that, oh, this is actually what happened, and this is blah blah. I'm the victim here, and he's the one that did that to me.
Yeah.
So I think it's just because of that. That is why it's like a guy commits something, or maybe someone accuses a guy. You actually have to prove that you did not do that, because in the past we've just seen that, oh, the men actually do it, but nothing actually happens. It's just like, oh, yeah, it happens. Just go now.
Yep.
Something
And
like that.
yeah, I get what you're saying. And so, I mean, it's life and it's not fair, but I feel like
That's life.
I feel like the point that you made also doesn't favor men, like, being in power. Because honestly, more men are in power. And
So you accept that now?
when did I not accept?
No. Off camera, you were arguing with me the
That-
importance of men. I told you. I made a
I
statement.
said men are in power. I didn't
No,
say that
no.
they're important.
I know. I you were asking Eno off camera. What do women bring to the table?
Look, two things can be true at the same time. Men can be in power and they can mean nothing to me. They are of no importance to me. Two things can be true at the same time.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that statement?
Just because they're in power doesn't mean
She
they're
doesn't
important
value
to me.
men.
She doesn't want to.
Value men.
Okay.
Do you value men?
Yes.
Why don't you value men?
I don't value a lot of men.
No,
not
but why?
all.
That's alarming.
What do you mean by why?
Don't you see the importance of men in society?
No, okay, so don't get me wrong. Men are very, very important. Like,
You
Okay.
acknowledge that.
yes, they're important, but I feel like they choose not to be.
What?
Yes,
What do you mean
I
by
feel
that?
like men are for some reason not fulfilling their duties or whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing, or they are choosing to be laid back in their duties or things that they're supposed to be doing. Because I do believe, whether you like to believe it or not, I do believe men should lead. I believe men should lead, but I'm not going to stand behind a man who spits rubbish, quite honestly.
Are you going to let a man lead? That's the most important
No.
question.
No.
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 Believe that men should lead. Are you going to let
It's
a
not
man
about
lead
letting
you?
a man. When a man, from the moment a man approaches you, it's already tells you how he leads. From the moment a man approaches you, already tells you how he leads. And if that now starts like a snowball effect, if he doesn't correct it, if he doesn't correct the first impression, you're already starting a snowball effect of placing distrust in the woman. And let's say, okay, the woman will give you opportunities that, whether you like it or not, she's still giving you those opportunities. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that all men are bad. Everybody is human. Everybody is a human. Like, everybody makes mistakes, but like, I feel like there are definitely things for whatever reason, and not in different strokes for different folks. Like, different
Yeah.
things could
You
be,
still haven't answered. You see, this is what you're on energy.
That's-
You don't answer my question.
which is,
Are you going to let a man lead?
does a man know how to lead? That's the most important question.
You see what I'm trying to say?
No.
Like, you guys get to
I'm
the back
not
of a
going
corner.
to.
Are
Okay,
you
wait.
going?
Are you?
A dog, a camel,
Mm-hmm.
can put its leg down
Am I a camel?
and not allow the owner lead him to where he wants
But
him
am
to
I a
go.
camel though?
Are you going to let a man lead?
Am I a camel?
Where did we get from? Why are you moving the goalposts?
But you just said a camel. What do we
I'm
mean?
using-
You're
I'm
the one that
using that
moved.
as an analogy.
You literally metamorphosed me into a camel.
What? I'm using that as an analogy. I never
Okay,
said
no.
women were camels.
Okay, so how about
I
you
said,
use
are you
human
going
beings?
to let a man
How about you
lead?
use human beings as you? What do you mean by
Okay,
let a man
okay,
lead?
a child.
Mhm.
A child.
But are we children? Are you trying to be with a
So I
child?
can't use it. You see what I'm trying
Use
to say?
a grown
You
ass
can't
woman.
use a woman. I can't use a camel. I can't use a child.
Use a grown ass woman. Use a grown ass woman. In fact,
Doesn't
you know
a
what?
grown ass woman
Let's
stop
be
using a child?
inclusive. Let's be very inclusive. Use a grown ass man if you like.
Are
Use
you going to
another
let a
grown-ass man
grown-ass
if you
man
like.
lead you? Are you going to let a grown-ass man lead you?
Me as a woman.
Are you not going to be difficult?
If the man
Are you
knows
not
how
going to be an expense?
Am I going to be difficult?
Yes. Are you going to be an expense?
You think you'll come here perfect? Do you think as
So
a
I'm
man you
bringing
come
you
as
to
a
my
whole
life
package?
to not make it easier for me.
Wait, do you think you come as a whole package as a man?
So not only are you going
Do
to
you
be an
think you're
expense in my
perfect?
life, you're going to be a problem in my life. That's why your ass is single. That's why your ass is single. You see what I'm trying to say?
Who told you I'm single?
You see
though?
what I'm?
Who told you? Who told you I'm single, though?
I'm not getting into that chat.
Who told you I'm single,
I'm
though?
not getting into that. Let's listen. What's your take on this? Are you as radical as
No,
her?
bro is too upset to know that I'm actually not single.
Are you radical as her?
I would answer your question. Would I let a man lead me?
Mm-hmm.
If he knows where he's going, or if he knows where he's leading us to,
Thank you.
if he's going to be more of a solution, if it's not going to be a problem to me, because if you're leading me, you're not supposed to cause me problem. You're not supposed to, in as much as I'm going to make things easier for you. I mean, you're going to, like you said something, are you going to be an expense? I mean, he's going to lead me.
Mm-hmm.
He knows where he's going. He knows where he's leading us to.
Mm.
And I mean, I'm not making his life difficult. He's not making my life difficult. He's not
Important.
He's not being a problem to me. I would let a man lead me.
But do you believe with this point I'm about to make, a lot of women, especially in Lagos, are more of an expense to men than an addition?
God. So what are men to women? What are men to women?
Providers. We basically provide your lifestyle.
Provide what?
A lot of women's lifestyles. I told you this already. If a lot of men, like if they just say remove all the men of Lagos, a lot of women will go broke. A lot of women are gonna go broke. Like bro, like I let me put it this way, bro. No Ubers, bro. You're gonna be on tennis shoes running.
Because women don't know how to
Bro,
drive.
it's gonna be the real Lagos Marathon. You guys are running.
Because women don't know how to
everywhere.
drive.
Bro, no wigs are gonna be allowed in Lagos, bro. I promise you.
You're
You're gonna be because you're gonna be sweating.
That is a stretch.
He thinks that if
Now
men
that-
disappear, the world will
Because
stop.
when we had this conversation,
It's hot outside when you got a wig on.
when we had this
Facts.
conversation off camera, my problem was you were undermining the effort or undermining the presence of women that are actually doing things themselves. They're actually being independent, doing their own shit.
Mm.
So while there's an element of truth to what you're saying,
How much element?
I don't know.
I may be exaggerating.
Exactly.
the truth.
You are
You may.
exactly. You
Okay,
not
I'm
me. not me.
exaggerating the truth.
You are exactly.
But is
you
it
are
the truth?
exaggerating.
Is it the truth?
There's an element
Is
of
what's
truth
the
there.
truth?
How much element is there?
Is what's the truth? If men disappear from Lagos,
No,
Lagos
no,
will
no.
be just fine.
Maybe that's an exaggeration.
Exactly.
But how much of the truth is there?
That
I'm asking.
if men disappear,
No. How much of the truth is there in me saying that a lot of women
Are dependent on men.
are men for their lifestyle?
That there's an element of
Yes.
truth to that.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
uh-huh.
I'm not here to say it's a bad
Uh-huh.
thing.
Mhm.
But I need people to understand that is part of the value men bring. And also, in the same light, women should not be expenses to men. Your value to a man should not to be an expense. That should not be your value. Because I believe that's a lot of women's value today. You're just an expense. You look good, the guy buys you stuff. I mean, you rub his head, you cuddle, have sex. That's it. A lot of women don't even cook for their men these days. A lot of women don't even cook.
So you don't want a woman that's an expense.
No, it's not even that. Oh my God, you're not understanding what I'm saying. A lot of women are just expenses. They're just expenses. They just wait for the guy to buy them stuff. They wait for the guy to take them out. They wait for the guy to do everything for them. And the only thing they really do is look nice, smell good, and sleep with a nigga. That's about it. To me, you're an expense. Especially when you've not given me any kids, you're an expense. That's the truth.
Oh wow! So
Right.
she has to give you kids before. Okay. So that's one.
No. If you have kids for me, then it's me taking care of my baby mama. But if that's it, bro, you're an expense, bro. You're an expense.
I'm so sorry.
I might as well make you an employee.
I just
Facts. I might as well make you an employee.
But she
Like,
is there. But she is. But that's the point I'm trying to
see,
make.
I didn't say that. You see?
Yes.
You see? Oh yeah, you're getting cancelled.
Yes, that's the point. No, that's the point I'm
You're
trying
getting
to make. A lot of, in my opinion, a lot of relationships feel like it's employee, employer, because I'm not saying that women don't have a part to play in how the relationship turns out, but more of the power is on the men. More of that power is on the men, and that's why I'm saying there is more to the way men lead in relationships that I don't think we're discussing enough. And not to say that's what I'm saying. I feel like it came off as I hate men. I don't.
I'm just going to go back to what you said. Like when a guy approaches you, and then there's this attitude, or there's a way that a guy will approach you. You just immediately know exactly how that person leads.
Yes.
I like. You give him chance. You're like, oh, okay, let me just give him this chance.
Yes.
Let's see if he's actually going to.
Yes. Like, don't judge a book by its cover.
I'm not judging.
So what's a good leader do? No, you guys said there's a way a guy will come.
It's
you
not
know that.
quantifiable.
I'm not.
These feelings,
done.
no,
I'm
for real.
trying to-
Sometimes
I'm
the
getting
feelings
to-
are
I'm
not
getting to.
quantifiable.
Very, very
So
true.
what are
like,
the
it's not-
situations that you will know? Okay, he's a good leader.
Like I said, I will know how I can allow someone lead me. It's just like, let's come back to the presidential election. Let's say, Peter Obi and our president. Peter Obi, when I say he quantified, or he gave us actions, he told us what he was going to do. And he listed those things properly. I mean, and our president, I would not say he did not put out his manifesto, but they're like just vague, basically. And then you see Peter Obi, everybody was talking like, oh, Peter Obi has already told us that this is exactly what he's going to do. This is how he wants to lead us, blah, 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 blah. But then everything happened and this is where we are. So like, if somebody is actually going to lead you well. When the person comes, you listen to the person talk, how the person's view on the future, exactly how the person wants to lead his own life. You're like, okay, let me see. This person has what I call it. This person actually thinks this way, has views for the future, has plans, things set in place. Okay, you can see that, if I follow this one, I can guarantee that we are actually we're going to take each other to a favorable destination.
But
that's exactly what I mean. Things can happen.
But the beauty of leadership.
What's the beauty of leadership?
The same thing I was asking her. You still need to give the ability to let someone lead you. Tinubu.
Did you hear?
I heard. Let me talk to the example of the presidential election.
Yeah.
Peter Obi wouldn't have been a good leader. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because Nigeria will not let him lead.
Okay.
They will let Tinubu lead, so Tinubu will be a better leader for Nigeria. Just because somebody does not let you lead you does not mean you're not a good leader. Neither does it mean you're not a good person. And just because somebody lets you lead does not mean you're a good leader, and also does not mean you're a great person. It goes hand in hand.
Yes.
I don't buy that.
You don't buy that? You think
Peter Obi wouldn't have been?
You think Peter Obi would have been a good leader for Nigeria?
You said Peter Obi wouldn't have been a good leader because
they
didn't let him lead.
They wouldn't let him lead.
So how can you even tell he would have been a good leader?
That's the thing. You wouldn't have known.
But that's the point. But that's the point. But the difference between your analogy and ours is we let you. We are giving you chances.
But speaking on that, Nigeria wouldn't have let him lead. And if you say he would have been a good leader, you're speaking on the perfect situation when we don't live in the perfect situation. We live in an imperfect situation, so we need an imperfect person to lead this situation. A perfect person cannot lead an imperfect situation. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay, that is there. That is there. So I want you to explain again how you use this analogy with what we're speaking about. Letting a
woman needs to allow a man to lead her fully for her to see whether he's a good or bad leader. They are obviously, like you said, and that's what I was asking.
So, like, exactly.
And that's why I was asking what makes a good leader and what doesn't make a good leader. You're the women. So what are the things you guys see in men that make them good leaders and not good leaders? That's what I'm asking.
Like I said, when I see...
Is it the way he talks?
It could be all of that. It could be all of that. But then it's just the basic things. For me, when I meet somebody, I'm asking questions that are necessary or that are very important to me.
Like what?
I know exactly where I'm going. Like I know what goals I have for myself. So I'm going to ask, are you like what exactly are your plans for the future? How do you see this just these questions? Like, okay, yeah, exactly. I said, how do you see the future? What are your dreams? What do you want to achieve? What do you think do you think that you are limited? Do you think that you have a small, just basic things like that for me? That's those things would help me know a good leader for me. So if the person cannot, it's just like the bare minimum for me. If a person cannot necessarily provide answers, or the answers I'm getting from that person I'm not satisfied with, and then it's not a good leader for me. I will not let that person lead me. Exactly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Would you let somebody that you won't let lead you, would you be in a relationship with that person?
No.
Okay. Nah, because like the reason why I'm asking that is because a lot of people enter relationships whereby they don't respect the guy. They're just in it for
exactly. Like these
they're
things
in it
are
for
important.
what they can get from the guy. They're just in it for.
I don't think. And so here's what.
You don't think there's situations like that, or
Can you count?
no, but what don't you
let her
think
land.
though?
When she was
like,
she
I'm
was-
not
she
even
was
thinking
going
of
to-
now.
Yeah.
Because I get what you're saying. Yes, there are. Of course, there are those situations. Of course, there are situations where people are just getting in relationships for what they can get out of it. That's why I'm also saying, like, it's not just on the man. So I'm saying, like, I know that it obviously came across like I was saying men are evil and all that. It's not just about
No,
the
not
man.
even you. More Eno than you. But yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
But like, I feel because there are women that I won't say don't respect the man, but are still unsure of, because I don't know what the dating scene is like, because we don't even teach. A lot of people don't know how to date each other.
It's not.
I think dating should be taught in
I
school.
agree with that.
Like, remove.
Okay. Dating should be taught in school.
No, for real, because for real, dating should be taught in school.
I don't think
You
dating,
know. Sorry, I'm just going to. But I think the problem with this is
sexual education.
yes, exactly. And I made this statement like
Leave
this
sex
on my
from-
Twitter.
like, remove
no,
sex
no,
from
no,
dating.
no, no.
Sex,
We cannot remove. Not
but
exactly
sexual
that.
because you teach you how to like.
Relate with the opposite
and-
gender.
Okay.
Where exactly I was going to land? I believe that mothers, not even parents or guardians, should actually have these conversations.
Yeah.
My parents, I grew up in a deeper life. I grew up.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
was
Africans,
brought up
yeah,
there
they
in deeper
didn't-
life, so it was like just this
This was not a
taboo.
conversation.
Exactly. I could not even.
Was the conversation that they shied away from?
Exactly.
Actually.
The time that my mom caught me, hey.
She caught you what? Like in bed?
Mogbe.
No, not
Bro,
in,
stop. Don't be so extreme.
not in bed. I was just playing with our family friend. We're innocent and we're playing.
Whoa!
No, but
No,
it's not. No. It's not. It's not anything. It's not.
Your
so
mom
much.
caught you in bed with your cousin?
I didn't know it was in bed. Who said cousin?
Bro,
No,
you
that
had-
was your cousin.
No,
Nah.
bro, stop.
That
no.
woke drew up real quick. Yeah,
No.
This is not Game
Yeah.
of
No,
Thrones.
not exact. Not
This is-
that.
have you seen your
Exactly.
cousin?
Stop.
Was he your third cousin?
Hell.
They call
Twice
family.
removed. Twice removed.
And I was
yeah, you know that fourth cousin. They're like, oh, he's just a family friend.
As I was
That's
saying.
your cousin.
As I was saying. And then it just happened, and she just beat me, and then that was it.
What did
I
you
cried
think she
away
would
to
do?
bed.
Tell you
No,
anything?
she did not tell me anything. That
How
was
old
the
are you?
problem. I can't remember.
No, yes, you can.
No,
Yes, you can.
No,
And
these
it
are
was-
the issues.
exactly,
These are the
and that was
issues.
like that was the end, and I
And
just
you didn't
became.
even know.
I did not. I know. I knew. Not like we're doing anything so much,
I
but
mean, not immediately.
exactly. But I was just.
like,
I was just curious, but then.
So you didn't even know what you
My
did
mom
wrong.
did not. My mom did not say exactly. Like, so there was nothing like, oh, she just beats me. I'm like, okay, I've heard. When I play with girls, they don't really beat me now. But if I play with boys, so that one just said
that's
like,
called operant
okay, that means-
conditioning.
Don't play with boys.
don't play with boys. So like that was it. So
Some sick
if I was
boys-
going to play with boys, I played with them in a place that my mom or my dad would not see
Do you
me.
think that could have even
No, that was
pushed you
some
to be sexually attracted to girls? Because mentally you now be like, okay, I can only play with boys, so
No.
you don't think so?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
You don't think
No,
that can
no,
fuck
no.
up like someone's
No,
psychology?
that it
I
can,
feel
but
like
for
if
me,
it's
it
Like,
that
it
didn't.
can, bro.
extreme, I feel if
Because
it's
a
like
kid
Exactly,
that's timid in
exactly.
themselves, they can be like, okay, I should not be around, but my mom's gonna beat
Exactly.
me.
No, no,
So
no.
they'll
That's
only
what
be
I'm saying.
hanging
I'm saying
around
that
girls. Maybe they'll not
that's
start
valid.
building.
That's valid. That's like
attractions to
extremely
girls.
valid. Exactly. That's extremely valid. Like, it
I feel
happens
like
to
the
people.
sexual education
I'm saying
thing
for
is-
me, it didn't. So it was just nobody told me anything. Nobody was even. And then my sister didn't even. I tried once. This was in like SS1. I told my sister, okay, so there's this guy that's trying to, tell me that he's asking me to be his girlfriend. And I really liked the boy. Like I was enamored. I told myself, I said, are you ready to get married? I said, no. I said, the boy, no. And
wait, marriage?
I told him, my sister said no. So I'm not doing now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Marriage?
Exactly. And
Like he wasn't asking to have sex. He was asking.
he was
Wait,
just
you
sex
were
in
in
Deeper
what?
Life High School. I was in SS1. I just
Wow.
No, not the straight thing. Are you ready
she
to
said,
get
are you ready to get married? My sister had just her husband was her first boyfriend. So it was that they met in uni.
Yeah, you went to the
university
wrong person.
for
You went to the wrong person for
Some
advice.
person, no, but you had to see this. I have just one sister.
Yeah.
So that was the other mother figure.
Yeah.
Since I went to my mom, since my mom beats me all the time, I just know that
Yeah.
probably
Before
be
they
when
beat
I
me.
when I want
Yeah.
to introduce my husband. That's the only time that I can bring up a guy.
Okay.
I was like, my mom was a no, my sister. Let's see. My sister said no. So if my mom and my sister say no, every other thing has to be me.
I get
Exactly.
So when was
So
your
that's
first
something-
actual boyfriend?
My boyfriend and my first boyfriend.
Wow. How long have you guys been dating for?
Oh, we're almost 3 months.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, we're almost 4 months.
Wait,
March,
hold
okay,
on.
yeah. We're almost 4 months.
Time out.
It's the time of
Time the fuck out. Wait, you just said first guy that tried to was in high school, and your first boyfriend, you got him 4 months ago.
Yeah.
No, you got him. Like, what?
So you've been single since high school.
No, not single. I mean, I've dated people, but like not. I've spoken to people, but like not exactly relationship.
So your first
boyfriend.
since secondary school is this current person.
Yeah.
So
Is
you
that
don't
not
even
like a
know how
normal
to be in a
thing?
relationship.
Oh, I do.
No, you
but like,
don't.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been with people. Like, I've not exactly relationship, but then it's just situationship. Just that term before.
Make I start the car. Make I know the engine.
Exactly. Just things like that.
You think you get bored?
Why?
No,
She's
not
literally
exactly.
just getting
Bro,
into
it
the
happens.
Just getting
game.
there.
Oh, yeah. Like my biggest fear, honestly, to be in a relationship, I'll get bored. Like,
Get bored of what exactly?
like just
You're tired of seeing him or tired of.
I don't even like just get bored of like the situation. Like I just want to step, like experience something new. Because generally I that's why I really want to get in a relationship with
Sorry.
because I feel like you need to learn.
I didn't land where we'll talk about that, but like
Land.
I just want to. So I was just explaining, my own dating life and everything. So I believe that mothers, not even just mothers, parents, guardians, even siblings, should try to educate their younger ones. Everybody, like let people know,
Everyone in the
so that they
family,
don't just get into relationships and they're always demanding. And for the guy, a lot of people are always just demanding. See that they're demanding for money, they're demanding for sex or whatever. So nobody's just saying, give me. They should understand that this is a relationship.
This
is why you're exactly.
A relationship is about two sides pouring in.
Exactly. So it's not even just about the money, just about the sex, but with somebody, you should actually be genuinely interested in that person. Aside, every other, remove the noise.
Sex is important though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's the same person. It's
No
a person.
it's not.
But just remove the whole noise or what you can get out of the person. But just this is the person you're trying to date
do I
somebody.
even like this person?
Exactly. Sorry. This is also a problem. A lot of people they don't like their partners.
Yes, they don't like
their
person.
partners.
They don't.
You just hear some things that people do. I'm like, nah, you can't tell me that I actually like this person. There's no way in hell that you actually like that person.
And that's why that was the situation I was trying to explain. When you were saying a lot of people get into relationships just for something, and you were saying that, you are not going to get into, and I understand your point of view now, and you're not going to get into a relationship with somebody if you're not sure about the person.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are getting into relationships where like I was the point I'm trying to make. I don't feel like maybe, and I don't want to put this on the man, but from my own experiences, if a man is not stepping to me in a way I feel like I'm not going to like the way, if he's stepping to me like this first time meeting me, I don't want you to step to me like this ever again. Because I'm permitting that, like, one crack is going to bring down the whole building
Slippery slope.
eventually. Yeah, do you get? So, and obviously that's what I'm saying is also on the woman, because like, why are you now still accepting that? But like,
exactly,
you're a human being. Like, should I still, I feel like it's still that conversation of, should
exactly.
I judge a book by its cover? And like, you know, maybe he's just having, I don't know, do you get? But
yes,
like,
yes, I get what you're saying.
that's the point I'm trying to make.
But you've been in a relationship for 4 months. I want to get back. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is wild. That's your first relationship and it's been 3 months. 3 months.
How many years have
3
you been
months.
on the earth?
19, 20 rather.
Okay, so you're young.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're young.
Please,
young.
please.
I don't know, like,
Yeah.
you know, when I tell people and they're surprised, I'm also surprised at the fact that why are you surprised that I'm in my first relationship?
As you should, like, please, as you should.
You look mature, that's why. You give a more mature energy.
Right.
Yeah, so it means the glasses.
Stop.
Yeah, it's the glasses. Glasses that way. Yeah, there we go.
No, I think it's the hair.
It's it's the glasses, not the hair.
You
It's the
know,
glasses.
everyone,
Yeah.
everyone.
Look,
I just cut my hair. I just cut my hair last month, and everyone says it makes me look younger.
No, it does. No, cutting your hair will make you look like a baby. It will, but maybe it's because it's my first time.
I feel like
Maybe,
it's the
think so.
glasses.
No, it's just who she
Maybe.
is. That's just
She
who
gives
is.
me like assistant, like top assistant vibes. Like, yeah.
Maybe
the
that's the
glasses.
vibe you get from
Maybe.
a
or
healthy
like top
human
librarian.
being.
Yeah, that's what they call them, librarian glasses. You know those ones?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Okay,
I
are you
guess.
serious?
Yeah.
I thought they called this cat's eyes or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
this is
cat eyes.
eye.
Those are
Yeah, librarian glasses are cat eye.
Ah.
They're
Kinda,
usually cat eye
yeah.
shaped.
The geek ones are the ones that are like perfect square.
Mhm.
Not the
Mm.
I hate them.
You
I hate them.
don't want to be a geek? That was the ones you
Nah.
had in secondary school. I'm like,
Nah.
really?
Wasn't.
Same pair in secondary school. This one.
No. Okay, you said that's what I had in.
I
secondary
feel
school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm
what I
about
had.
to say something offensive. I
What?
don't know if I should.
Are you gonna make fun of people with glasses?
my
Jesus
God.
Christ, you racist!
No, what do you mean by racist? No, because I don't know.
What?
I
That
don't
is-
know.
They cannot. Wow, you're
No.
getting
Let
canceled.
her land.
Stop.
Are you gonna
I
say
mean,
they're
it
blind?
can't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
They're
I was
blind.
going to. I'm actually. Let me know.
She's
even
gonna say you're
that-
fucking blind.
Stop it. I actually had a friend who without her glasses she can't see you right in front.
Oh, yeah.
No, stop. I'm just
No,
trying
That's
to
what
ask.
I'm telling you
I'm
that.
trying to
Well,
ask
what are you
how
trying to say?
fake-
She can't drive cars? Huh? That she can't see you?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Her glasses were
That
very
she has
fake.
4 eyes? That's what you're trying to say? That she can't see at night?
He is an instigator.
And also a day?
He is such an instigator.
I would never say that to you.
Right.
Everything. I would never say
Right
that
there,
to you.
everybody's clapping your teeth.
You freaking racist.
No, like that's the. Don't worry, it's fine.
Don't
I
No,
listen
have,
because
to her.
I'm just
I have
curious. Like,
gotten. Yeah, I
yeah.
use it. I use double lens.
okay, is that
It's-
what
it's
they're
kind of
God,
bad.
that's the word I'm
Damn,
trying
you're
to.
that
because
blind?
I was going to call them.
I mean, what? How
I mean, if
dare
I
you
take my
discriminate
glasses
against people
off,
with double lenses?
I can't exactly see your
You're not
form.
helping situations. Just
No,
say
like
you
I
can't-
don't
help
actually care.
situation.
Don't worry, I don't
You
care.
say you can't exactly see is not helping our situation. I'm defending you.
Thank you.
Don't she can see
Yeah, I
with
can.
or without the glasses.
please.
Yeah,
Favor,
She can
shout
see-
out to Favor.
and she
Shout
can
out to
see into
Favor,
your
my-
future too.
My girl.
She can see into your future too.
I hear what you're saying.
Favor. Don't listen to your friend. She hates you.
See into your
Ladies and
future.
gentlemen, boys and girls, we're gonna end the conversation there.
Right.
A lot has been said. A lot has been discussed. A lot of topics have been touched on, and a lot of discrimination was passed across to one individual from one individual, and I didn't stand for it. I was basically a mediator at that point in the conversation. No, I was not. I was defending our guest here because we were making fun of her because of her eyesight and she can't see properly. But I would never do that.
Why are you still bringing it up? though?
I think women with glasses are cute.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's the socials, baby girl?
Underscore Okime. It's Okime everywhere actually, because you know my
Even
name
on
is very-
TikTok? We're big
Yeah,
on TikTok.
TikTok.
Huge on TikTok.
But
guys.
mostly on Twitter. Coconut Head.
Oh, you're one of those Twitter trolls.
No, not a troll. Just like, I like to talk.
Do you have arguments on Twitter?
Sometimes.
Of course. What sort of a question is that?
course.
Of course she does.
Bruh.
I'm sure
I
do you
do.
like it?
Yeah,
I know
I
you do.
live-
I know you.
Underscore Kima.
I live
If you
for
want to
the
see her
crew.
Twitter
I'm
beef,
there, I'm there.
if you want to see a Twitter beef with the rest of the men in the world, her feminist group, make sure you follow up on all social platforms.
right.
Underscore Kima. Shout out your Instagram, baby girl.
Choma Edak on all social media platforms.
And also on TikTok. We're huge on
Yeah,
TikTok.
we're huge
for our
on
TikTok page.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, you already know my social media handles is going to be down in the description below. I've been your host with the most, Miracle OP. Make sure you like. Make sure, please, to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the Spotify page and the Apple Podcast page. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you give us a great rating. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out.
Peace.